Hi guys, and today I want to begin this video talking about the dollar. Yes, this is the money that we spend almost a third of our life in school just for this money. This is the money that we use to pay for a grocery every month. This is the money that we use to put down a payment for a house. And most of the things that we do in life revolve around this piece of paper. But guys, do you know that this is actually fake money? I'm not saying this is a counterfeit, but it is a fake money. I'm saying it's fake because it's just a piece of paper. I cannot eat it, or I cannot build a house with it. So what gives the dollar its values, and why do we all want to acquire so much of it? The dollar was able to maintain its values because we as a collective put our trust into the US government. The dollar can only be printed with very limited amounts by the Federal Reserve, aka the Fed, so that it can maintain its global market value. But as you have seen from the global pandemic, that the US have printed trillions and trillions of dollars in order to help stimulate the economy. And these trillions and trillions of dollars are printed overnight without hesitation. So it brings up a question: why do we need to work so hard every single day, sacrificing our happiness in order to achieve these fake values that someone can just print overnight? The reason why I want to explain to you why this piece of paper is fake is because I want you guys to understand that this is a man-made concept, a tool, and it has no correlation to actual values. So now that you understand that this is just a tool, you can actually start using it to build your wealth. We only have very limited amount of time on this planet, so I don't want you or me to chase after these fake values that someone have created for us. As a 21-year-old college student, a reality just hit me. I do not want to be poor. In fact, I am very scared of being poor. And I hope you guys are too. In this video, I will explain to you a few ideas and concepts that you need to start applying to your own life right now in order to not be poor. That is why I want to dedicate this channel to you guys as a friend, and hopefully that we can build a community where we can work together and achieve financial freedom in the future. I want to motivate you guys with what I've been learning in order to get you guys started moving and start thinking about your financial future so that you guys can start taking action and stop wasting your times away. So the first money concept that I want to go over is making money is not about trading your hours and efforts for it. It is solving a piece of puzzle in the system. What I mean by this is there's only 24 hours in a day, and you spend 8 hours of it sleeping, and you only have 16 hours left, and 8 of those you spent at work. So there's only 8 left, but a few hours of those are spent eating all the activities, so you barely have any time left. But those time needs to be spent on improving your quality of life. You cannot just start chasing after money while ignoring everything that makes you happy as a person. So when you are exchanging your time and effort for money, you are making someone else rich. I'm not saying that you should quit your current job because that's your main income, but you should always think of other ways to either learn a new skill or start a business. Whether it is a e-commerce business or a physical business, you need to have different sources of income. Recently, I started to make a e-commerce business, and I was able to generate another stream of income so that I can use towards investment. The second money concept that you need to understand is to learn how to make money while you're sleeping. And in order to do this, you need to understand the difference between assets and liability. So in very simple terms, liabilities is what takes money out of your pocket. So these are things such as loans, credit card debts. Your car could be a liability because its value depreciates over time. This one might surprise you, but your house that you currently live in, if you took out a mortgage in order to afford it, then it is a liability. And if you're living in it, then it is definitely a liability. The reason why I said it is a liability because you have to pay the money to your loan creditor every single month, and it is taking money out of your pocket. And you need to pay money every single month in order to live inside this house. The moment that you stop paying for the loan, you will be evicted out of your own house and it is no longer an asset. On the other hand, assets are things that you own, but they put more money into your pocket by owning it. So things that are considered assets could be stocks, real estate, or even a skill that you have that makes you money. That is an asset. So you need to know what to invest your money in so that they can generate even more money for you. Before I started investing in stocks, I read this book called Rich Dad Poor Dad, and it really helped me understand the basics of financial freedom, and it really helps me understand the basic of money. What is the difference between liability and assets? So I recommend that you find this book and read it. It's very easy to understand because the author uses real life example to really explain to you what these financial terms means. So I recommend that you read this book. The third and very important concept that you need to understand about money is to find ways to increase your income. In the past, I always complained about not having money to invest because I always focus on cutting down the costs and expenses every single month instead of finding ways to increase my income. So instead of stressing out every single day, finding ways to cut down on this grocery list, or instead of cutting down your favorite activity, which is like going out to eat outside or to dine outside, spend that valuable time to find ways to increase your income instead. So I read this quote somewhere that says, "There's a limit to what you can cut down, but there's not a limit to what you can earn." And that really has stuck with me until today. If you only spend your time depending on one stream of active income, which is where you have to show up to work every single day in order to make money, you are one fever away from being kicked out of your own house or apartment. Because the moment that you stop showing up for work, you will no longer earn money and you will be evicted out of your own house. So this concept is also what differentiates the rich from the poor, because the rich, they don't rely on one stream of income. They have multiple streams of income. So if one stream of income is lost, they still have the other 3 or 4 to rely on. Right now, I only have one stream of passive income, which is my business. But the moment I go back to school, I will find a job where I can have an active income. That way I have 2 streams of income so that I can use one stream of income for my basic needs and the other to put in my saving and my investment account. And I want you guys to start building your own assets very early, whether it is in stocks or when you are older, you can invest in real estate so that in the future years, your assets start to replace your income. That way you can achieve the financial freedom that you want. The fourth idea I want to mention is actually about ideas. So if you have an idea, do your research and then go for it. You might have an idea about $1 million business, but if you never execute it, it remains zero because nobody bought it for $1 million. So I encourage you, if you have an idea, go for it. So a few months back, I had this idea that I want to become rich. I want to be financially free. I do not want money to dictate what I do. So I made that sacrifice. And part of that is I want to share with people my progress on achieving that goal. So I make this YouTube channel to share with you guys what a 21-year-old would do in order to achieve his financial freedom. And hopefully that you can leverage off this channel and do the same thing for yourself. The last thing that I want to say is to invest in yourself. Don't be cheap on yourself. If you can spend $20 on a meal, you can then spend $20 on a book. In fact, that's how I got started with the stock market. Before I even started investing, I found books on investors that are aligned with my goal, and then I started reading about them. That way I have a better idea of what I'm doing and I will be more confident into investing in the stock market. The way I look at book is you get access to a brilliant brain for just under $20, so why not? Take my money. Alright guys, I hope that you guys find this video very useful. I don't want to be poor and I know that you don't want to be poor either, so let's get rich together. And if you enjoy the content, please leave a like and subscribe. It motivates me a lot to make more videos like this in the future. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Bye!